As we all know, laser was first used for cutting as early as the 1970s. Laser cutting is a kind of thermal cutting, which is a technology that cuts materials with a focused high-power density laser beam. At present, laser cutting technology is widely applied and can be seen everywhere in our lives. Compared with the traditional cutting technology on the market, do you know what advantage it bears? What's the difference between different laser cutting methods? To understand laser cutting, you need to know how it works. Laser cutting is performed by melting or vaporizing the material with a focused laser beam, which is then the melt is blown away from the cut with a jet stream. It is worth mentioning that the emergence of laser cutting has overcome the many drawbacks of traditional processing methods. First, high efficiency. Laser cutting completes material cutting at one time by controlling the laser beam through the computer, and the cutting speed can reach meters per second, which greatly improves the productivity. Secondly, high precision and quality. Because of small light spot, high energy density and cutting speed, laser cutting can obtain better cutting quality with small heat-affected zone, and the dimensional accuracy of the cutting parts can reach plus or minus 0.05 mm. Next, no aberrations of tools. For machining parts of different shapes, there is no need to replace the tool, just modify the output parameters of the laser. Finally, the cutting process can be widely adapted to a variety of different materials, such as paper, wood, plastic, leather, fabric, rubber, stone, metal, and so on. At present, laser cutting can be divided into 4 categories, including laser vaporization cutting, laser melting cutting, laser oxygen cutting, and laser scribing and fracture control laser cutting. Laser vaporization cutting refers to use the laser beam with high energy density to heat the surface temperature of the material and make it reach the boiling point and vaporize in a very short time, and then spray high-speed steam on the material to form a cup. Since the heat of the vaporization of the material is generally large, the laser vaporization cutting requires a laser with large power and power density. In daily life, it is mostly used for cutting extremely thin metals and non-metal materials. Laser melting is to heat metal materials to melt it with laser, and then the non-oxidizing gas, such as argon, helium, nitrogen, is sprayed through the nozzle coaxial with the beam, and then with the strong pressure of the gas to discharge the liquid metal, thus form a notch. It does not require complete vaporization of the metal, so less energy is needed than that of vaporization cutting. Currently, this method is mainly used for the cutting of materials hard to oxidation or active metals, such as stainless steel, titanium, aluminum, and its alloys. Laser oxygen cutting refers to use laser as a preheating source, with oxygen and other active gases as cutting gas, to blow the molten oxide and matter out of the reaction zone, forming a cut in the metal. It should be mentioned that the energy required for laser oxygen cutting is only half of the melting cutting, yet the cutting speed is much greater than the laser vaporization cutting and melting cutting. It is mainly used for carbon steel, titanium steel, hard-treated steel, and other easily oxidized metal materials. Laser scribing is to use high-energy density laser to scan on the surface of the brittle material, so that the material is heated to evaporate out of a small slot, along which the material will be split with a certain pressure being applied. The lasers used for laser scribing are generally Q-switch lasers and carbon dioxide lasers. Fracture control laser cutting is the use of the steady temperature distribution generated by laser grooving to induce local thermal stress in the brittle material, making the material crack along the small grooves. That's all for today. Laser Micro Lecture takes you into the world of laser. See you next time.